probably just batteries died in the phone, in the camera. Anyway, I think I will go for something like that, so I just put a blue tap on it. Yeah, it looks like that. So yeah, that's the overall look of the whole thing, and in a second I will go to the macro mode and then I will show you all the details, and that's how the top looks like. Okay, yeah, I will show you the macro. So yeah, just swap the... Okay, so now the details. This will be the roof. So yes, some stains from like an oil spills and some rust made in weird ways. Yeah, well, you can see a blue top from the sun. Okay, let's see the pipe now. That's the pipe. Just a metallic cover with a wash, and then I used the Vallejo pigments on it. The pigments were pretty well on the chain in here. To be honest, I needed to break the chain later because it was even too good and it was, you know, stiff. But now it's moving like it should. So yeah, I hope you can see it on the video in real life when you can put your eyes really close. It looks like really rusty and old stuff. Here's the valve for the water to flow. Maybe I'll just take it off. The sign. I use a lot of the Vallejo cracking medium on it, like 5 really thick layers to get this effect, and then this one, what you can see in here, I just scrubbed it. It was going really well because it's basically like pulling off the paint, so all these scratches, it's not like it is not like just crack medium which was cracking. It was basically pulling off the paint, and like this effect is made on paint. So basically under it you could see just a plastic cut. It went through really like 4 layers of white paint, a black paint, and a grey primer, and over a grey primer I used so there was a metallic one here still, some like 6 layers of paint, 1 layer of varnish, and the primer. Yeah, so it went through all of that straight to the plastic cuts. So this stuff is really hard. Anyway, so that's the sign. That's the planks. You can see I use the washes for them. I will put some static pictures and you will see that between some of them you can see the white paper from the top, but it's just in the macro pictures. You can't see it with the naked eye, so I don't really bother. This 300 piece is for me and it's for playing, so yeah, I will not bother, and like I could put the washes maybe in a while, but for now on I just wanted to finish it. And yes, that's how the legs looks like. I was going for like a really old wood effect and really scratchy one, so this tower basically like it will not be in the main city. It will be like in the borders, like on a, you know, mining colony where you're just putting the stuff just to have it. It doesn't need to be perfect, it doesn't need to be nice, it just needs to work. If it's still working, then fine, it can be ugly. So that was what I was going to. That's why everything is scratched, everything looks horrible in a way. This red pigment all around, I didn't want to use it as a rust, so don't take it as a rust. It should be just a kind of a sand. As you can see on the base, it's basically reddish brownish color, and that was what I was going for. I wanted to get like a desert when the sand have a lots of iron in it, so that's when the sand's red. So basically, I'm really happy with the effect which I get with the pigments. I use the pigments on the base. Also, if you can see in here, I washed the circle under the tower to get like a proper shadow from it, so you can see it with the naked eye. Let's try the pipe. As you can see, it's planked underneath. What helped me to put the pipe on a proper level, proper height, and also just looks nicer. So basically, yep. That's how the building looks like. I'm really happy with it. Really like it, and I like the pump. Here we have a small boiler for it. This one here, the connection between the wheel and the piston. This is what I've made from Oimori stuff, using Oimori stuff. I just took a piece of Imperial Guard Walker, the Sentinel. Oh yeah, from a Sentinel. Probably, if I'm not mistaken, it was apart from the leg, like a knee on the side. They have like this kind of pull or whatever it is, and this cast is made by super glue covered with no, basically it was just super glue. I think it was like 2 or 3 layers of super glue. So yeah, you can cast with the super glue with this stuff. It's really fun. And yep. So in this moment, I will put some static pictures so you can see it. I don't know how many. I will squeeze it, but well, there will be some. So yeah, that will be the water tower, finished one. And yes, next project will be, that's how I said in the last video, there'll be terrain for the Season Man 01. Yeah, I will be finished the mouthful stuff. I also started the terrain because a friend of mine who I will play, he used his like a case for his bow, and he wanted to use it as a terrain, and you know, it's like a folded piece, so there was a bridge between the 2 halves. He cut it in half in the middle, so the middle is flat, but we still have the sides. So I decided that I would build like hills for the sides to cover just a piece of wood, and we can put them on it, and you know, we have a nice hills. So that's dried already. I just need to put some texture on it and then just paint it. So yeah, and that's it for now. Please subscribe if you're not yet, and spread the word about my channel, and like it if you like it.
That was wonderful.
Bravo!
I loved that.
Oh, it was great.
Well, it was pretty good.
Well, it wasn't bad.
Well, there were parts of it that weren't very good, though.
It could have been a lot better.
I didn't really like it.
It was pretty terrible.
It was bad.
It was awful.
Oh, it was terrible.
Get him away!
Hey, boo!
Boo!